Now we got up to OP6 last time. We've been farming bunker a little bit, trying to find a sham to use with our Logan's gun here. But we did find this righteous absorb shield, so that's good enough. We can use this with our Logan's gun to replenish our rockets. So we can move on from here. We'll keep that shield. We're carrying around a couple adaptive shields. We probably don't need both of these. I'll keep the, what's this adaptive shield? It's got a 3.7 delay. This other one's got a 1.8 second delay. So I might go ahead and keep the 1.8 second delay. So I'm going to jump back to Sanctuary, drop off this other purple adaptive shield just in case I change my mind. And then we can farm for some other stuff. Bring our stuff up to OP6, probably B shield. We'll start off with a B shield. Then after that we can farm for a new launcher and probably a new Hornet and a new Herald too. So let's start off, and we also have 200 iridium to spend too. Let's jump back to Sanctuary quickly, access the bank. And we can drop off some stuff. I'll probably just keep using that blue adaptive shield with the lower recharge delay. It's probably the best one. Check these shops on the way. Green. Torgue assault rifle. Flame Merv. Might as well check for a little bit more iridium if I can. I got lucky last time and found 9 iridium in one lot going through here, so it is worth it. Sometimes you can get quite a big haul of iridium. Now let's see what I've got in the bank. I've been upgrading my bank slots with it. That's the final thing I have to spend my iridium on as far as upgrades go, and that's bank storage slots. We might have a few, yeah, we've got a bunch of empty ones here we can use. I have been struggling for empty ones, but I got them now. Let's go and see if there's anything to drop off. Probably none of this stuff. But as far as items go, keep those. Got a ton of grenades, but we'll keep those too. As far as the shields go, we'll keep the blue adaptive shield. And we'll just hold on to this purple one, just in case. So that's our best slag transfusion we have. This one here. All right. Now, let's go. Let's go see if I can get a new B shield. Current B shield is an OP5. And flammable one, which has been quite nice. We don't need the Logan's gun right now. We can throw this Herald on. We'll throw the flammable incendiary Sandhawk with the B. The Flamebone of the Ancients. We'll keep the chaotic neutral rogue class mod. Having that fire rate boost has been very nice, and I think that helps me get through OP5 as well. So it actually did have a good benefit. Let's start off going for a new bee shield. Then we'll get the other stuff too. I'll check these shops here.
Welcome to Cleric Zed's Health Emporium. Fairly
Nothing
well.
much in the health shop, ammo shop.
Can I interest you in some magic bullets?
Doesn't have much either. Ammo looks good.
Keep the bullets flying.
Still not used to identifying the shops with these stained glass window pictures. But that's the ammo shop, that's the health shop. It's a neat touch having those stained glass window pictures. Actually, we should probably switch out our grenade here. Probably can use that Stormfront. That's the only Tesla style grenade we have, so we'll use that Stormfront. See if I can sneak past those particular guys. Those weird plant mines. Should make use of my Stormfront grenades more often. They're pretty nifty. Don't really use them very much. Don't really have to slag these stumpies. They go down fast. So we'll get a B shield up to OP6. Then we'll get upgrade the launcher, and then upgrade the Hornet and the Herald. Might throw the Butcher on. Butcher's quite useful to take down those fairies. Also have that Torg shotgun as well. I still think the Butcher's better here. What am I getting shot by? And my B shield's depleted.
Catch me if you can.
Can be a bit evasive, the fairy, so Butcher's a good option. Survivor class mod and a green TDO shotgun. Oh, we forgot to spend our iridium, but we'll do that another time. Watch out for those plant mines because they silently grow up next to you. Easy to miss them until they explode. And there was another stumpy behind there. Now, did this guy drop anything? Hard to tell with all these mushrooms around, but I don't think so. A couple of Maliwan guns there. OP5 blue. Haven't really been impressed with the Hellfire legendary SMG that we got. Oh, the Stumpy's still alive. Hit him with 2 bursts, which is usually enough to take him out.
Let's play tag.
Got some Iridium from the Fairy and a class mod we can't use. A couple class mods we can't use there. Grab this ammo, then I'll try the chest. You can get those nifty rogue class mods from the chests on this DLC, so I think it's worth checking the chest here, just in case you pick up a class mod upgrade. Hyperion pistol. And a Tedior pistol. So no B shield this time. So this is OP6. Check the shops
Welcome
here.
to Cleric Zed's Health Emporium.
Can I interest you in some magic
Homing
bullets?
nerve. Might be worth checking even the green grenades, because we are looking for better things like a transfusion, slag transfusion grenade. I don't think that first tree ant ever drops anything, so don't have to waste time trying to check it. Shock spike shield. Bunch of junk here. Disappeared. Oh, I killed her. Killed that fairy faster than I was expecting. Flame blade off assault rifle. My B shield was slightly depleted there. Wait for the B shield to come back up. Got some drops here from the tree ants. Torg assault rifle. No B shield. Class mod we can't use. White grenade. Completely missed this stuff here. Butch is probably the best option for the pixie. What is this? Just a weird plant. And some dodgy map design there. Oh, it's disappeared completely, whatever that was. Weird little glitch. It's weird what that boar shot hit. Not sure, there was just a solitary stumpy there. But it hit something. Put the grog nozzle on just in case this is a mimic. Shock plasma caster. Not terrible, those plasma casters. I currently have, I think I might already have a dial shock plasma caster here. Bullets go faster, fine. I'll have a banded one. I guess the OP6 one's going to be better than this bandit one. Substantially more damage, which you'd expect compared to bandit ones, because bandits usually don't have great damage. But bandits have that big magazine size. See what this dull one's like. Depending on how the fire rate turns out, it can be awkward to use the dull ones. Let's take a look at it. So 44 to 34, 2 per shot. Yeah, so it's got a five round burst, but very fast. And what is the hip fire like? Hip fire is actually pretty good. Doesn't have a huge hip fire spread, and it seems to be constant. So I might go ahead and keep this one. I'm not using the bandit plasma caster anyway, so I can just sell that. I'll go ahead and put the butcher back on for the fairies though. Nice to have a decent weapon to strip off, a shock weapon to strip off the shields. And plasma casters seem to be a decent option there. We can sell off the old bandit plasma caster.
You're in the right place.
Money looks good.
Don't
We
die.
were down to under 50 million before. So this is interesting. A longbow slag transfusion, but the fuse time's rubbish, so we can
I
leave
shall
that.
see you soon.
This is a very pretty map, nice and colourful. Watch out for those plant mines.
I enjoyed that.
See what this fairy has.
Critical killing is an art unto itself.
Should have some iridium, if nothing else.
Now I get to kill you!
Always drops a good amount of iridium, if nothing else. Longbow grenade and some white weapon there. Got a launcher out of that. Out of that trash pile.
Sucker.
What did I get hit by? Oh, these plant mines. Getting lots of bore shots for those tree ants huddled together. Oh. Got hit by something. Maybe this guy, this badass spider. Is he coming? I don't think he's aggroed on me. Looking at the mini-map, it doesn't look like he's aggroed on me. I've got no white dots on the mini-map there. Ready sniper class mods. No B shield there. Those two tree ants didn't drop a B shield. I'll go down in 2 shots if you hit the eyes. If you don't hit the eyes of the stumpies, might take 3. Meteor flame shotgun. Green Hyperion slag SMG. Not a mimic this time. We've had mimics every time we've opened this chest previously. Incendiary transfusion, lobbed corrosive cloud, and a couple of white grenades. We got a inflammable B shield last time, so that was nice. Be good if we can get another one like that.
My bullets aren't
Elemental
magic, but they
resistance
are
one.
cheap.
Lobbed slag transfusion. Not a great fuse time. We can leave that behind.
Until we meet again.
Grenades look good.
Throwing grenade.
I think you just have to wait for these plant mines. I don't think there's a way to destroy them. Maybe I can just run past. I can probably run past those stumpies as well. No point wasting my time trying to kill those. They move slow enough that I'm going to get through this farming section before they get to me. Why does this grow up? Maybe it's just when a stumpy dies, it grows into a little patch of toadstools. Homing corrosive transfusion. I don't really need the ammo from this box, I can leave that behind. I'll take that iridium. I ran into that flame there. tree ant. Don't even need to slag them really. Probably quicker not to. Just look out for these orbs. Hard to see underneath this tree ant's body, but I don't think there is any bee shields there. Oh. Fairy died just with the grog nozzle there. I was expecting a slight... Oh, here we go. What's this? B. What level was this one? 6. Very good. That recharge delay looks pretty terrible. I think that's up the far end, 7.4. It might be near the worst end. But we can, what's that doing damage wise compared to the other one? 1.2 million compared to 1.8, so substantially more. But bigger delay as well. I'll keep this, we can use this OP6 one for now, maybe try to find one with a better delay. Alright, so there is one we've found. Longbow shock grenade. See if we get any class mods here. Just a bunch of junk guns there. We don't need to collect junk guns for sale, we've got plenty of money. Almost maxed out. I think we had 80 odd million. Med shop has nothing interesting, just a class mod.
My bullets aren't magic,
And ammo
but
shop
they
has a
are
rubberized
cheap.
grenade. I think one of those exploding plants got me there. I'll just run past these, don't need to bother with these stumpies. I will just check this fairy though. Couple of blue weapons. Try not to walk in this fire this time. Nothing from that tree ant. Oh, wasn't paying attention to the other tree ant's projectile. Wait for the shield to recharge. Certainly do feel the greater delay, recharge delay of this shield. Oh, hello. Got another one. OP6. Another B shield there. Hopefully it's got a better recharge delay. Let's have a look. 7.28 to 7.42, so similar. It's doing substantially, the capacity's less. Amp damage, it's a little bit more. Recharge rate's about the same. .4 to 3.2. .7 capacity compared to 1.8. I guess I'll take the one that's got a slightly lower delay. They're very similar, but I'll take the one with slightly lower delay. That was good. We're starting to get a few B shields now. Where did that fairy go? There. See what the fairy has for us. Nothing interesting, just a tool assault rifle. Check this chest. Hoping for a class mod. We got a bunch of pistols there. Sell off the other B shields.
And armor. Kinda. Good luck on your quest. Coins for whatever. Bullets for
Logged
coins.
shock singularity.
Watch out for those orcs.
I wonder if you can just ignore the tree ant as well and just run straight past all of it. Probably can. If you move fast enough, you probably can. Couple of iridium. Not much else. Tree ant at the back. Oh, there's another tree ant here.
Bad for ya.
Throwing grenade.
I think I got hit by that grenade. Gonna get killed by this fairy here. And I aggroed one of these spiders. Those fairies reliably drop iridium there. See what these tree ants have for us. Four stack of iridium. Nothing interesting there, a couple of junk guns. We have grenades in this chest. Rubberized. Lobbed singularity, just a green one. Lobbed slag, bouncing Betty.
I got
Med shop
potions and
has a
armor.
fast acting
Kinda.
shield.
Welcome to
Ammo
Ye Old
shop.
Bullet Emporium.
Lobbed bouncing Betty. Just a green one. I'm going to try just running past all of this stuff. Don't think I really need to bother with that. That tree ant can't drop anything anyway. That fairy I don't think is worth bothering with either. Other than iridium, I don't think I've ever got anything worth it from the fairies. We just got green bandit SMG there from that tree ant. Another purple vegetable mine on that side. What was that? Just some money? Yeah, just a bit of money. Iridium. That's about it there. Couple of blade off snipers. Not sure what the range is for the B shield recharge delay.
Looking for a healer?
I think
You're in the
7.5 is
right
up
place.
near the higher end.
Fairly well.
I think it might go up to
My bullets
8.5
aren't magic, but they
or
are
around
cheap.
there. So maybe 7.5 is not too bad. I think it can go as low as 5.5 maybe, or close to 5.5.
How hilarious. You just set off my trap card. Your death approaches.
Let's play.
Probably be one more tree ant. I was thinking there'd be one more. That fairy's not aggroed. Another tree around here? No. Don't think the trees dropped anything there. Really, I think the one died here. The other one died over here, probably here. Just replenish my grenades a little bit. That fairy aggroed on me. I think that fairy is aggroed on me. Oh no, she wasn't. Is now.
Maybe I'll use you to blow a midget's head off, or maybe I won't.
We were getting a lot of mimics before, but not now. From that chest. Check these shops here.
Welcome to Cleric Zed's Health Emporium.
Last mod we can't use. Longbow grenade.
Watch out for those orcs.
I vanish.
Nice to meet you. Catch me if you can.
Shields are still down. Those war shots were hitting on something, probably another. Oh, here's another one. I'm full up here. Another bee on the ground here.
Don't grab me.
she's Pixie's aggro.
I enjoyed that.
6 point. Oh, that's an OP4, so forget that one. We got lucky with getting just the OP6 ones. First 2 B shields we got were OP6. It's quite possible we'll just keep the one that we have. Maybe we'll try a couple more times, but...
Goodbye. I win. Not bad.
Nothing much there. We've found 3 B shields so far. 2 OP6, 1 OP4. So it's probably not worth getting too fussy with these.
I got potions and armor.
My
Kinda.
bullets aren't magic, but they are.
Recharge delay of this one's 7.2.
Cheap.
Be nice to get something a little bit faster.
And I disappear. A ghost amidst the combat, preparing to strike.
A new friend. I'm faster than
We could try continuing on for the other tree ants. Not sure if it's really that efficient to do that though. Deal with these guys before they come back. These stumpies come back and attack me from behind. 6.5 delay is acceptable. Mid-tier B. Okay, thanks Squiggy. So 6.5, this one's 7.2. So okay, I'll look for something that's at least around 6.5 maybe. Oh, here we go. I was wondering where he was going to come from.
hide from me.
Adorable.
Oh, I think the fairies aggroed on me.
The poison your soul.
Longbow slag move. Worth checking the grenades even if they're... Oh, this is a new one. Fire melon red skin. Let's drop some stuff here. What am I holding here that I don't need? Bunch of junk probably. I'll keep the relics. Don't need all of these grenades, I guess. This I don't need. This singularity, corrosive singularity. It's only, I guess that's the only singularity grenade I actually have, so maybe I'll keep that. As far as weapons go, I never use this Ravager. I can get rid of this, I guess. Haven't really played around with it though. I can probably put that Droog away until I'm doing the sniper build if I wanted to save some space. I guess I don't need this bonus package. I never use this. Where was that skin? I'll pick up the skin and use it immediately, just so I can free up that inventory space. There it is. There we go.
Well, well.
Blue butcher there. Might be some more tree ants spawning here. Oh, I might have killed them all now. Lumpy bang stick. See if we can get another bee shield, something that's got a little bit better recharge delay. Try the shops.
Welcome to Dr. Zed's
Acid
portable
Nova
card
Shield.
station. Can I interest you in some
And
magic
a homing
bullets?
corrosive cloud.
Until we meet again.
Ghosty.
Let's be best friends.
10 shot. 10 shot grog nozzle this time.
You're too slow.
Gotta watch out for those mines.
Here to play.
This tree ant's almost dead. Oh, it's lagging.
I'm faster than you. Can't catch me.
There's another tree ant here.
I'm too fast for ya.
lobbed grenade. Nothing from that tree ant. Nothing interesting from that chest.
You need healing. Badly.
Last mod we can't use from the
Can
med
I
shop.
interest you in some magic bullets?
Incendiary transfusion
I shall see you
from the
soon.
ammo shop.
Ghosty.
I love it.
Where are the tree ants?
I'm here to help.
Oh, there they are. Took a while to spawn.
That's for ya. Can't catch me.
Ah, so when the tree ant does that crouching animation, maybe that's when it's spawning those plant mines.
I'm faster than you.
Oh, didn't mean to pick that one up. Lobbed slag transfusion. Oh, this has got a 0 fuse time. That might be worth picking up actually. I don't think I have a better...
Can't catch me.
I think my current slag transfusion is not that good. I picked up some junk here. I think it was a junk pistol. Yeah, I can drop this one. What does my current slag transfusion look like? This one is longbow, 1.3 second fuse time. What's this other one? 234 radius. I think the one we have is better. It's got the same radius. By 6, probably the blue one would be better. What's it though? This is by 5. 1.4 by 5.
I'm faster than you.
I'll take it for now.
catch me.
See what this chest has. Get some more ammo, get some more grenades.
The true world revealed. Weakness is now known to me. Time to go to work.
Jacob's shotgun, blue one.
Welcome to Dr. Zed's portable
Green
clearance.
class
For
mod there,
bullets,
homing
bullets for
Tesla.
coins.
Now, as far as these transfusion grenades go, same radius. I'm tempted to keep them on with the 0 fuse time, that might be more useful. Get rid of the other one. I think the 0 fuse time is probably going to be more useful than the longbow.
Someone new.
See what we get this time.
Hello.
I guess there were two dumpers there. Looked like one, but I guess there was two. See what these tree ants had. Sticky longbow, corrosive singularity. Might be better than our current singularity grenade.
Catch me if you can.
Mine.
Nothing interesting there. We might be able to upgrade some other stuff, like the grenades, the singularity grenades we have.
Come and get me.
Goodbye.
Probably don't even have to bother trying to... I don't know if you can even slag those mimics, but you might not be able to. Sticky homing, transfusion, longbow move. I never see those mimics change colour when you slag them, so I don't think maybe they are immune to slag.
You need healing.
Augmented
Badly.
adaptive shield, OP5. What does that look like compared to ours? Recharge delay substantially more. Resistance is less and max health is less. I think I like ours better.
Don't die. Welcome to Ye Old Bullet
Ammo
Emporium.
shop has a
Watch
plain
out
old
for
lob
those
slag
orcs.
grenade. I'll take a short break and I'll be right back. Back to Borderlands 2.
The true world revealed. Weakness is now known to me. Time
Get
to
that
go to work.
6.5 second or better B shield. I sold off the old one, so kind of on the hook now to keep farming until I get a decent one. But I probably would have anyway. Should make things much easier to get one. Those mines are so easy to miss because they're silent. again got hit by those plant mines. And again. So easy to miss because they're silent, so they just grow up beside you or behind you. Guess we got the other one previously. There were two there. What is this launcher here? Green launcher. So I guess the other tram went down further back, maybe here. Here we go, what's up here? 7.4 fuse time. Might still be better than ours. What is ours? So, 7.2. And damage, yeah, I think ours is better. How are we doing for money anyway? 98, so I don't even have to pick it up to sell. So we're getting a lot of B shield to the larger than average delay.
Critical killing is an art unto itself, and I am Rembrandt.
I'm faster than you.
Weird invisible obstacle here.
I'm too fast for you.
You can't shoot through it, you can't walk through it. It's that thing. What is that? That little bit of greenery there.
Chase me. It'll be fun.
Nothing interesting from that mimic. Check the shops here. Med
You
shop.
need healing.
There's a
Then
commando class
coins
mod.
for bullets, bullets for coins.
Ammo shop has a thrown green grenade.
Hello.
They take a while for the treants to spawn.
I'm too fast. I'm too fast for you.
Doesn't look like we've got anything here. Sticky homing singularity. I think they both died in the same area there. I won't bother slagging because I don't think it actually does much. What is shooting me here?
Looking for a healer?
Health shop has a
You're in
green
the right
absorb
place.
shield.
Coins for bullets.
Ammo
Bullets
shop,
for
throwing
coins.
grenade.
Let's be best friends.
Takes a minute for the treants to spawn.
Let's play.
Another one of those mines.
You're too slow.
Get rid of these stumpies so I can have a look around.
I'm faster than you.
Doesn't look like there's anything here.
Catch me if you can.
Check the shops here.
Welcome to
Med
Dr.
shop has another
Zed's
commando
portable cleric station. I
class mod.
interest you in some magic
Ammo
bullets.
shop has a lobbed corrosive
Until we meet
transfusion.
again.
Green one.
And I disappear, a ghost amidst the combat, preparing to strike.
I'm here to help. I'm too fast for you.
Get these tree ants to spawn. Oh, got knocked off the map. Shot that tree a ton of times, he still didn't get slagged.
price. I am but a humble merchant, and these are my wares.
Nothing interesting in the shops.
Who are you?
Where is this tree ant? He still should be around here. Where is he?
Let's play.
No? There he is.
Ghosty. Grenade out. Your eyes deceive you. An illusion fools you all. I move for the kill.
Guess I could have used some launcher ammo there. I think I had full rockets.
Let's be best friends.
So maybe that does highlight where the tree ants are going to spawn from when you use the deception like that. Can I see the tree ant from up here?
And I disappear. A ghost amidst the combat. Preparing to strike.
You'll never catch me.
Blue Hyperion shotgun.
You're too slow.
Sucker.
Caustic trance.
You'll never catch me.
Maliwan. Corrosive SMG. Shock Nova Shield. Longbow Fireburst.
Welcome to
Med shop.
Cleric Zed's Health
Shock Nova
Emporium.
Shield.
My bullets aren't magic,
Ammo shop.
but they
Sticky
are
homing
cheap.
slag grenade.
Until we meet again.
Someone new. I'm too fast for you.
here. OP5.
Go grab me. I'm faster than you.
I wonder where we get those ball shots on. Maybe it's because it's hitting that tree. Oh, maybe because there might have been just one behind that got destroyed before I saw it. So that's the OP5. It's got a good delay, but OP5.
Come and get me.
So nothing else around there. Let's get a bit more ammo.
I'm faster than you. Can't catch me.
Nothing from the Mimic. What's this actually? Longbow shock transfusion. We're looking for a slag transfusion if we can find one. Check the shops here. Med shop has a class mod we can't use.
Can I interest you in some magic bullets? I shall see
And
you soon.
the ammo shop has a flame grenade.
How hilarious. You just set off my trap card. Your death approaches.
Let's hang out. Hello.
And so you can see this pixies spawning in as well.
Come and get me. Come and get me.
Jacob's shotgun there.
I'm too
4 stack of iridium. Rubberized corrosive transfusion. And a corrosive SMG, Maliwan.
catch me. Can't catch me.
Longbow singularity. And a cut rate shield from the chest.
Welcome to
Med
Cleric
shop
Zed's
has a
Health
Gunzerker
Emporium.
class
My
mod.
bullets aren't magic, but they are cheap.
Ammo shop has a Tesla grenade.
I vanish.
Hello.
Can't see anything here. Doesn't look like we got a B shield this time.
You'll never catch me.
Nothing interesting from the chest.
Looking for a healer?
Mid
You're
shot
in
has
the
an
right
adaptive
place.
shield.
Welcome to Ye Old Bullet Emporium.
Ammo shop has a homing corrosive cloud. I'll just sneak past this tree out here. Continue for the good ones. That tree ant never drops anything.
Hello.
Grenade!
I'm faster than you. I'm faster than you.
See what we got this time.
Can't catch me.
Tenacity relic, logged move,
Impressive.
bandit launcher. That might be about it. So I guess it's the stumpies that shoot those shock attacks there. Wondering where they came from.
Welcome to Cleric Zed's Health
A
Emporium.
green adaptive shield OP5 in the health shop, ammo
Welcome
shop.
to Ye Old Bullet
Has an
Emporium.
incendiary bouncing Betty.
Let's be best friends.
I wonder if it's worth continuing instead of just doing this particular region for the tree ants, continuing along the map for the other ones. Where's the other one? There he is. Lobbed grenade. Hard to see with all this growth here. Bandit launcher. Load off. Blue assault rifle. I think that's it. Yeah, it's definitely the stumpies that have that shock attack. Haven't had a mimic for a while. Had like 2 or 3 in a row when we first started today. Then not so much.
Welcome
Med
to
Shock has a
Dr.
Swift
Zed's
Spy
portable
class
perk
mod.
station.
Cooldown rate
Choice for
16%.
bullets for
Having
choice.
shock singularity for the
Yield
ammo
goodbye.
shock. Our legendary class mod has a cooldown rate, I think in the 40s, in the 40% range.
I like
Check the minimap for enemy spawning behind.
Who are you?
Here's the pixie. Oh, there's a tree ant spawning above. Takes a while for them to spawn in. Geez, mines came in fast. Still waiting for the shields to come back. Here we go. No, that was a skill. Lobbed shock transfusion. Not the slag transfusion we're looking for.
You're too slow.
No legendaries there. It's weird how the tree ants spawn. I ran through the area down to the lower area. They ended up
Good luck
spawning
on your
way
quest.
above
Welcome
behind
to
me.
the old bullet emporium.
Nothing in the shops there.
I'm here to help.
Forgot about those orbs. Shield still isn't charged. This mine's very tricky. Remove. Hyperion green shotgun. Sniper here.
Mine.
Let off sniper. Looks like you can just run to the top of that end area, and that's close enough to get the tree ants to spawn. You don't really have to run all the
I am
way
but the
down.
humble merchant, and these are my wares.
Just a regular lobbed singularity in the shops there.
And I disappear, a ghost amidst the combat, preparing to strike.
I like you.
Like around here is close enough to get them to spawn.
I enjoyed that.
That Stumpy took quite a few bursts to go down. There's a tree ant, it was behind me. Could be another tree ant around.
Come and get me. Go grab me.
Jacob's blue Gatling gun. That's about it there.
Come and get me.
Class mods in the chest.
Looking for a healer? You're in the
My
right
bullets
place.
aren't magic, but they are cheap.
Nothing in the shops.
Hello. Chase me. It'll be fun.
Clear out these stumpies here. Dial corrosive
Don't grab me.
SMG. And nothing on the other side either.
Catch me if you can.
We got some iridium there. Torque spitter. Green. I like the torque spitter, but that's just a green one. That's another thing I might do. Farm for some torque tokens. See if we can get a legendary torque spitter from the torque shops.
Looking for a healer? You're in the right place.
Necromancer class mod from the
Can I
med
interest you
shop.
in some
Longbow
magic
fire
bullets?
bursts
I shall see you soon.
from the ammo shop.
How hilarious. You just set off my trap card. Your death approaches.
Yeah, I wonder if I can just hang out here and wait for the tree ants to spawn. Not sure if it's timed or what. Oh, now they're spawning down there. We've got both of them spawning now. Watch out for those mines. Looks like one of them spawned, one of them blew up straight away.
Low. Can't catch me.
Don't think we got anything this time.
Nice.
You're too slow.
See what the chest has. Just a couple of white shotguns in the chest.
Looking for a healer? You're in the right
Disturbed
place.
survivor class
I am
mod from the
but a
health
humble
shop. Homing
merchant,
move
and
in
these
the
are my
ammo shop.
wares.
Blue one.
Someone new.
The other tree ant could spawn behind me here, so I have to be a little bit careful.
Mine.
Let off corrosive pistol. Purple. You can tell with the tree, when the tree ants spawn, because the ground does shake.
Let's be best friends.
So that'll alert you when the tree ants spawn. Because your screen will shudder a little bit. So what is this transfusion grenade here? Lobbed transfusion. That's about it.
And
Got
I
me.
disappear.
Thought I was far enough away. I wasn't quite far enough
Preparing
away.
to strike.
Check the shops here.
I got
Red shop
potions and
has a
armor.
rugged infiltrate
Kinda.
class mod,
My
green,
bullets aren't magic, but they
and the
are
green
cheap.
lobbed singularity from the ammo shop.
I disappear.
Sneak by the first triad. Continue on to the good ones. Further along. I don't know whether going all the way down makes the trio spawn any faster. Maybe not. Maybe you just have to kill some of the stumpies. I'm gonna not kill any stumpies. See whether the tree ants will spawn if I don't kill any stumpies here. Maybe you have to kill some of the stumpies to get the tree ants to summon the tree ants. 'Cause I'm not killing any of the stumpies here. Tree ants are not spawning. So maybe that's the trick to get them to spawn. Is you have to kill some of these stumpies. Keep an eye out for these tree ants. There's one. Oh, I've got to watch out for those mines that grow up next to you. Now we have both tree ants here.
Can't catch me.
Plant mines are difficult to see. And again, it seems like they'd explode right as they spawn in. I still have this fairies aggroed on me too. Where is this fairy? Can't even see it.
You need healing badly.
Your eyes deceive you. An illusion fools you all.
So that tree registers as an enemy when you use the deception. So I guess that spawned into a tree ant, that stationary tree.
Nice to meet you. Let's play tag.
Where is this other tree ant? Oh, there it is. Your shotgun. Some stuff here.
Can't catch me. Can't catch me.
No shield though. Jacob's white sniper in the chest. Check the shops here.
I got potions and armor.
Zer0 class mod.
Coins for bullets, bullets for
The
coins.
homing Tesla in the ammo shop.
Ghosty.
It's weird that the first tree ant doesn't actually drop anything.
I like you. Come and get me.
Now, just out of curiosity, I'm going to try running down here and not killing any of the stumpies. See whether that makes a difference as far as the tree ant spawning. Oh, not really. This guy spawned. Oh, another one here.
Here, grenade. Oh,
Those plant mines are very annoying. They come silently grow behind you. Nothing up here.
Catch me if you can.
Load off sniper.
Don't grab me.
Class mods in the chest. There's a grenade here. Rubberized corrosive cloud. So no B shield that time.
You need healing. Badly.
My bullets aren't magic, but they are cheap.
Gonna swap out this butcher here. Test out something else. Try out this Ravager. See whether it's worth keeping this or throwing it away. Seems to be quite random how long it takes for the tree ants to spawn at the end section here. Just have to wait for them, really. Coming here is far enough to get the pixie to spawn in the corner there. So I don't really have to run all the way down. There's a tree ant there.
Can't catch me.
Still waiting on one more tree ant.
I'm too fast for you.
Might as well shoot these stumpies while I wait for it. Nothing from the first tree ant. I thought I get hit by it.
Death approaches.
Catch me if you can.
See what this tree ant had.
Don't grab
Nothing.
me.
Try the chest.
Come and get me.
Just has some pistols in it. Now let's try this Ravager. Seems pretty rubbish. Try the Ravager against the pixie here.
Now I can say I was provoked.
No, it might be okay against other opponents. Wasn't so good against the stumpies, but other opponents might be okay. Lesser ones.
Looking for a healer?
You're in the right
Commander
place.
class mod.
Can I interest you in some magic bullets?
Sticky homing slag grenade
Watch out for those orcs.
from the ammo shop. I'll take a break and I'll be right back. back to Borderlands 2. Sneak past this tree out here, number 1. Continue on to get the good ones. Still don't quite know how these tree ant spawns are working. Whether you can just wait further back here, or whether they're more likely to spawn if you go down. Hit by one of those mines again. No B shield from that tree ant. Get the ammo out of that one.
You'll never catch me.
Goodbye.
How could you?
See what the pixie dropped here. Some iridium. Dial sniper. Now I wonder if it's worth continuing on to the other areas for tree ants, or whether it's less efficient. There's some more tree ants down this way. But whether it's worth fighting everything else to get to them, I don't know. Two bursts once he's slagged was enough to get rid of him. We'll continue down here, see what we get. Longbow singularity, no B shield. Oh, there is spiders here.
And I disappear. A ghost amidst the combat, preparing to strike.
On the spiders here. These shooting ones are more annoying. So if you come down this way, you've got to deal with those spiders. As well as you get one tree ant spawn. Then you also have the red chest spawn. So it might be worth coming down for the red chest spawn. Anyway, and purple pistol, TD or purple pistol. So that was a 20. I rolled a 20 and I got purple stuff for it. So maybe it gives you a greater chance of legendaries too, but I got purple that time. So maybe it's worth coming down here. There's a bunch of ammo chests down here. So there's ammo chests, two loot chests. I think there's another one up here too, so 3. So it might be worth just coming down here, taking a look at this other stuff too. I thought there was a 3rd loot chest around somewhere. Maybe it's just those 2. I thought there was another tree ant around here somewhere.
I disappear.
I think he's gone. See what dropped. Jacob's shotgun there. So I thought there was something else around here, and that's what it was. Oh, there is a chest up here. Thought there was another one. Hyperion flame shotgun. Rubberized bouncing Betty. I think that's about it. I don't think it's worth continuing any further than this. Maybe it's worth doing that little route there. Check the shops.
You need healing.
Last mod we can't
Can
use
I
any
interest you in some magic
health shop.
bullets?
Rubberized
Watch
slag
out for
singularity.
bullocks.
In the ammo shop.
I vanish.
Got a little bit too close to my decoy there.
Hello.
I think when the tree ant does that crouch animation, he's planting these mines.
Grenade! I disappear.
So what class mod am I using here? Disturbed Survivor. Why am I using this thing? No wonder. I was wondering why my shots were so slow. For some reason I started using this junk class. I must have picked this up by accident and equipped it. Held down the pickup button and equipped it. I was wondering why my shots were so slow there. So Disturbed Survivor class mod. Just double check I've got the right one here. Okay. That's much better.
Impressive.
Fast for ya.
Homing shock singularity. So that should make things a little bit faster and easier. Had the wrong class mod on. I'll try going down the path a little bit. Check those chests maybe. Might be worth doing that. We'll be facing those spiders though. This tree ant consistently spawns there. Oh. Keep forgetting about these mines. Don't have to wait for it, I can just run past. No B shield there. No spiders this time, just the stumpies. Anyway, slag SMG.
A new instrument waiting for
Meteor
a
shotgun
sonata
and
that I
bandit.
will conduct.
Blue SMG from the red chest.
I feel the burning.
Wow, those bolts do more damage than you
Stop,
think.
drop, and roll.
Hard to tell what dropped when it's black and white like this.
I hope your fantasies involve dying.
That was the last. That was the last item to check, so not worth running all the way back there. Just on the off chance there was something.
You need healing.
Lethal
Badly.
Ninja class mod.
My bullets aren't magic,
Not the shock
but they
singularity.
are cheap.
How hilarious. You just set off my trap card. Your death approaches.
tree ant up here. Still alive. I thought he would have died by then with those drunk shots.
I vanish.
Oh, there's mines again.
Ghosty. And I disappear, a ghost amidst the combat, preparing to strike.
Got a sniper there, class mod.
Impressive.
Load off assault rifle. And that's it. Try this other path down here. We can check the chests as well. There's at least 2 tree ants along with the chest, so I think it's worth coming down here. Got myself with that grenade. Couple of green weapons there. Bunch of junk pistols in the other chest. Let's try this final one. Keep forgetting how powerful those are.
Come on.
Those orbs. Thought I could sidestep them, but I couldn't sidestep them. No, it doesn't matter. That was the final piece anyway. Final piece of the journey.
I got potions and armor.
Quick charge shield
Kinda.
from the health shop.
Can I
Ammo shop
interest you in
has
some
a
magic
lobbed
bullets?
Tesla.
The true world revealed. Weakness is now known to me. Time to go to work.
Blue class mod for a different class. Oh, the pixie's still alive. Thought I killed it. No, I didn't. Disappeared.
Mine.
Nothing there. Check this chest before we continue along the path. Couple of junk guns. We'll pick up the ammo and continue. I won't bother looting those ammo boxes. Our ammo's okay.
How hilarious. You just set off my trap card. Your death approaches.
And drop from that tree, eh? Not getting spiders the past few times coming through here. Oh, now we are.
Goodbye.
Have I got that symbol?
Excellent.
No, I haven't. Zer0 skin there we haven't had before. Might as well grab that. Go ahead and drop this accidentally picked up class mod. And we'll use that skin too. Zer0 bare naked skin. Still got me. Trying to run away from it, but they do trace you quite a bit.
Move.
The spiders are quite tricky. They can swarm you with the bee shield and stop you from being able to
Looking
use
for a
it.
healer? You're in the right place.
Blue turtle
Fairly
shield
well.
in the health
Coins
shop.
for
Ammo
bullets,
shop has a
bullets
lobbed
for coins.
slag
Can I
singularity.
interest
That's
you in some
interesting.
magic bullets?
0.6. How does that compare to my slag singularity? Lobbed corrosive singularity. I like that it's got the larger blast radius and the 0 fuse time. So I think the one that I
Keep the
have,
bullets flying.
if I just want something to drag the enemies together, it's a little bit better.
Trust best friends. Chase me.
Bunch of stumpies spawning above, but no tree ants there.
Goodbye.
Oh, Fury's aggroed here. Oh, the other tree ants behind. Fury dropped a sticky lobbed grenade,
Nice.
blue bandit shotgun. Tree ant dropped a rubberized singularity. That stump is completely oblivious to me.
I enjoyed that.
See what this chest has. White launcher. We'll continue on the path here. Maybe we'll find something. Seems like a consistent place to get a tree ant to spawn initially. Homing shock transfusion, Jacob's shotgun from the tree ant. Bunch of junk guns from the red chest. And a bunch of junk from the other chest as well. We've got the final tree ant here. Wow, those orbs could really just keep going for you.
You just set off my trap card. Your death approaches.
Try again. Check the shops here.
Welcome to Dr. Zed's
Inferior
portable
adaptive shield from the
burst.
health shop.
Bullets aren't magic.
Purple
but they
grenade this
are
time. Sticky
cheap.
longbow move
Until we meet again.
from the ammo shop.
I'm here to help. You're too slow.
See what the tree ants have this time. Some white object came from that trash pile. Another tree ant spawned in. Might as well use the launcher, I've got plenty of ammo for it.
I am ready.
Those shock orbs that the tree ants throw are more powerful than they seem.
Don't grab me.
Tree ant dropped a
You're too
sticky lobbed move.
I'm too fast for ya.
Dial sapping rifle.
Chase me. It'll be fun.
See if I can get that last tree ant. Be wary of those orbs coming through. Because there's nothing else to shoot for the fight for your life. I was to dodge underneath. Oh, they still follow
And I
me.
disappear.
Thought I was able
A
to
ghost
dodge
amidst the
underneath them, but not
combat,
quite.
preparing to strike.
No B shield that time. Make sure there's no spiders spawning in behind me here.
A new
Couple of blue
instrument
guns
waiting
from the
for a
red
sonata
chest.
that I will conduct.
And some junk from the other chest. Drop this junk gun here. Re-equip the other one. Sandhawk, flame, Sandhawk. Just make sure I didn't lose anything. Smooth Sandhawk, and then Sentry one. Never use this Hellfire. I'm going to get rid of that. And also this Fremington's Edge. Never use that either. Let's get rid of that. Let's equip our Flame Sandhawk again. What else can we drop here? Sticky Longbow, Corrosive Singularity. It's slightly worse than what we currently have, so we can drop that as well. That'll free up a few spots. Have to be careful not to accidentally pick things up when you're trying to just pick up, do a bulk pickup. Now, try not to die here. Oh, those orbs got through the grenade.
Still.
I thought that grenade was going to take out the orbs, but it looks like the grenade was too close. The orbs just spawned out of it.
You need healing.
Health shop has an amp shield. Ammo shop has a rubberized grenade.
How hilarious. You just set off my trap card. Your death approaches.
Nice to meet you.
Check this chest here.
Who are you? Catch me if you can.
Check the other chest. Nothing interesting there. Make sure we don't have any of those mines spawning right next to us. There's one here. OP4.
Not bad.
Oh, what are we getting shot by? Oh, the other. Getting shot by the other tree ant over there. OP4 B shield there. Not what we're looking for.
I'm too fast for you. Come to me!
That's the OP4 one. Accidentally shot the fairy there. We have another tree ant. Might have just been one of these stumpies here. Wasn't sure if those stumpies actually had a shock attack. Maybe they do have a shock attack. So that's the OP4. The other tree ant died over here. It didn't drop anything. Try the other area. Seems to be a bit of RNG as to whether you get spiders spawning in this area or not. I did use a few rockets earlier, so I do have to loot around for some rockets. One of the tree ants taken care of. No B shield there. Check this red chest up here. Look out for spiders spawning. 2 green SMGs. And this chest. Some more green weapons. Now, let's see if I can do this tree out without dying. I have to get quite close to it to get it to spawn. Maybe if I just do run a little lap around here. Can't go on that side of the rock. See what this tree ant had. Nothing much of anything, just one thing of money. That was it. I wonder if that's a specific spawn. It doesn't drop. Doesn't have the same drops as the other one. So nothing that time. Well, we did get an OP4 B shield drop, but that's no good for us. That's worse than what we currently have. Check these shops.
Welcome to Cleric's Zed's Health Emporium.
Coins for
Last mob we
bullets,
can't
bullets
use, lock
for coins.
transfusion from the ammo shop.
A new friend. Someone new.
And I disappear, a ghost amidst the combat, preparing to strike.
That's probably the easiest way to avoid those electric orbs. Just use a deception.
Go rapping. You'll never catch me.
We've got some Meridium. OP5B. Torg.
Slow.
Full shotgun by the look of it. 7.4 delay anyway. It's worse than the delay we currently have. Oh,
I
got me.
vanish.
I was hoping to open that without him being able to get to me.
Well, well.
6 level 6. Hyperion shotgun.
Your eyes deceive you. An illusion fools you all. I move for the kill.
Try the other area. Maybe we'll get lucky.
Sucker.
Got some Meridium there. It looks like about it. Try this chest. Couple blue
Nice.
guns in the red chest. Try the other one this time. Give a bit more space. Oh, got money here. Couple of white relics. One of the orbs got me. Oh, they got me. Maybe I was too close to the decoy there. Anything else to shoot? Doesn't seem to be. So I've got an OP4
Looking for a
shield,
healer? You're in the right
but
place.
an
Coins for
OP4
bullets,
no good.
bullets for coins.
no use to us, and the delays was similar to what we currently have anyway. I don't have to bother with that one. I can just skip that one.
Come and get me.
I think you just have to wait around for the tree ants to spawn. Don't think they actually spawn any faster if you run down there. Might as well go down here. I can check the chests while I wait. The orbs are still tracking me. Well, some of them were anyway. Oh, here comes the other one. Oh, still alive. See if I can hide from the orbs behind this rock. Don't want to go near those mines.
A new friend. You'll never catch me.
Sticky homing shock transfusion.
Come and get me.
Nothing interesting there. Check these two tree ants around the corner.
Chase me. It'll be fun.
13 ammo capacity of this particular grog nozzle.
And I disappear, a ghost amidst the combat, preparing to
The
strike.
orc is still tracking me by the look of it. Maybe I was just too close. Too close to the decoy there. Nothing there.
Not
Couple
bad.
purple guns here. Reactive crowdsourcing. Still think our butcher's going to be better than both of those. Bandit launcher.
I vanish.
They are still tracking me. So using the deception, I don't think that actually helps. Looks like those orbs were still tracking me. This particular tree ant doesn't drop any loot. This one is like the first one, I guess. This particular one just does not drop anything. Maybe just that, some ammo, but I've killed him a few times and he's never dropped anything, any loot. lobbed move.
You need healing. Badly.
Blast proof amplify shield. Reduces damage from
Fairly
explosions.
well. I am but a humble merchant, and these are my wares.
Nothing interesting from the shops.
How hilarious. You just set off my trap card. Your death approaches.
I like
This stumpy's still alive.
catch me if you can.
So both of the tree ants spawned close to each other and relatively quickly. Jacob's sniper.
Let's play tag.
Already him up there. See what this chest has. Got some grenades, bunch of white grenades.
Never catch me.
Nothing interesting for the grenades. See what the fairy has. Don't want her to die off the edge of the map there where I can't get the items, so I'll leave that fairy there. Not worth waiting around for that fairy to come away from the edge of the map.
You'll never catch me.
Sometimes that tree ant spawns a long way away.
Don't catch me.
No B shield from that tree ant.
Let's play tag.
Maybe
Couple
I'll
blue
use
guns
you
from the
to
red
blow
chest.
Midget's head off, or maybe I won't.
He was resisting the flame. I wonder if those mimics just resist all elemental damage or just flame. Trying to jump over that fence but didn't make it. Yeah, this tree ant does not drop any loot either. So it's kind of a waste of time killing this one. It doesn't drop anything. I'll try this chest though. Nothing there.
Welcome to Cleric Zed's Health
Green
Emporium.
amplifier
I am but a
shield
humble
in the health
merchant,
shop.
and these are my wares.
Logged singularity in the ammo shop.
Stealth.
Sneak by this first tree ant. So that last tree ant that doesn't drop anything is kind of like that first one. Kind of a waste of time. Deploying those mines. Rubberized transfusion. Tall blue pistol, that's all there. Nothing from the chest. Not sure if that area further on is worth bothering with. There's only one tree ant that actually drops anything. And you have to deal with all those other enemies too.
Looking for a healer? Well, you're in the
Necromancer.
right place.
Can I
Class
interest you in
mod to
some
log
magic
singularity
bullets?
from the shops.
A new friend.
I'll wait up here. Maybe this is a good spot to wait for the tree ants. Up here. Just keep an eye out for the stumpies. Didn't notice that second tree ant spawning in. Oh, it wasn't a tree ant. It's probably a stumpy shooting at me then. So the stumpies can shoot. Hello, silver cacti. Yeah, I'm trying to upgrade my B shield. I got up to OP6. I'm trying to upgrade my B shield to OP6. Still going through the Digistruct peak challenge. See how far I can get. So I got up to OP6 and now I'm just upgrading my gear up to OP6.
You're too slow.
Making good work, actually nice. Yeah, it took me a while to get up to the OP6. But I switched up my class mod to something that makes me shoot faster, increases the fire rate, and that seemed to do the trick. I was able to get up there. So no acceptable B shield so far. So lawful good, rogue class mod.
Chase me. It'll be fun.
I think the blue ones are better. Sandhawk B is the best combo. Yeah, certainly is. Yeah, with that combo you can just use that pretty much all the time. Makes a Sandhawk useful no matter what level it's at. If you can pair it with the B.
Looking for a healer? You're in the right place.
Can I interest you in some magic bullets?
Nothing in the shops there.
Stealth.
Someone new. I'm too bad for ya.
I won't bother with the fairies. I don't think I've ever got anything useful to drop from the fairies. I'll wait up here for the tree ants. There's one. There's the second one, I think, spawning right over the top.
Chase me. It'll be fun.
See what they dropped. I think you just get two of the tree ants spawning in this area.
You'll never catch me.
We have bandit assault rifle. Another bandit assault rifle.
Let's play tag.
That's about it there. Might as well check this chest. Might get lucky with a decent class mod. Nothing there. So we did not get a B shield that time.
Welcome to Dr. Zed's portable cleric station.
I
Professional
am but a
class
humble
mod.
merchant, and these are my
The
wares.
throne move in the shops.
The true world revealed. Weakness is now known to me.
Sneak past that first tree ant that doesn't drop anything.
I like
I think this is a pretty good spot to wait. Just hang out here. Just wait for the tree ants to spawn. Stop any stumpies that spawn next to you. One is down. We're going to get another tree spawning soon. See what we got. Got some iridium there. Frontline mod.
Can't catch me.
Where did the other one die? I think more over this way. Might have died in the same area actually. Don't see any other loot piles around here, so he probably died in the same spot. See if we can get some class mods from the chest.
Let's play tag.
Probably the most useful thing I can expect from these chests is maybe a class mod upgrade. Found some purple ones earlier. Some rogue class mods earlier, but the purple ones, I think the blue ones are more useful. They only have the 2 skill boosts, but
Welcome to
they boost them a little
Dr. Zed's
higher.
portable cleric station. Can I
Generally with the
interest you
purple
in
ones
some
you
magic
get 2
toys?
useful ones and then you get 1 skill that you're not interested in or not using.
Watch out for those orcs.
So you end up wasting that skill and the other 2 don't boost them as high. So that's the one to go for, is the blue class mods. For this DLC anyway.
I'm faster than you.
Generally you have a second to clear off any stumpies that are next to you before the trees spawn in. And the trees do spawn in, the ground shakes, so that can give you a little bit of an inconvenience lag there. We got 1 down. Oh no, he's still alive actually. Thought we killed him. Not quite. I don't think the other one spawned in yet. Oh, maybe he has. Where is he? Oh, there he is. It's way over there.
Someone new.
Get up on this stumpy.
Don't grab me.
Disturbed Stalker class mod. What is this grenade here? Homing fire burst, lobbed transfusion. Nothing interesting there.
I'm too fast for you.
A weird glitch there. Just an invisible wall there. No class mods. So there's 2 things we could potentially get here. The B shield or a class mod upgrade. Those are the
Looking
two
for a healer?
most likely
You're in the right place.
desirable items we can
Bullets for
find here.
coins.
I'm here to help.
We should get some stumpy spawning in first. Looking out for the tree ants. Looks like one spawning in now. Ground is shaking. Try to dodge these shop orbs here. Now we can reset for the other tree ant. Oh, could have got that tree ant if my weapons were loaded. Let's see what we got here.
I'm faster than you. Chase me.
4 stack of iridium. Contemptible class mod. Now, where did the other one die? I'll check this chest and then have a look around for the other one.
I'm faster than you.
No class mods this time. We've got pistols. Might have died in the same area, I guess. Don't see any more loot. Oh, here we go. Here. Homing corrosive singularity. I can probably check the other chests as well. Go to the other area and check the chest there. Because the class mods are worth checking.
You
4.
need healing. Badly.
Absorb
Coins
shield
for
and a
bullets,
bouncing
bullets
Betty
for coins.
from the shops.
I disappear.
Let's be best friends.
Go back to, this is a good little spot actually. I think this is a good spot to keep a lookout for the tree ants. Oh, still alive. Or is that another one? Can't tell. I'm pretty sure I did damage to the first one, so I think we just got both. Here we go. Another OP4B, unfortunately. Sticky lobbed shock singularity. So I think that was both of the tree ants there. Let's try this other. Oh, we can check the chest here. Maybe we'll find a good class mod here. I think it has to be an actual chest for you to get the class mod. Well kept quad. I think the quads can be a decent shotgun. But I think I'd rather use the butcher anyway. Try this one more area. We can check at least we can check the chests as well. Get the grog nozzle ready for the tree ant that inevitably spawns. Three bursts once the tree ant is slagged is enough. A couple of blue tall pistols in the red chest.
Come and get me.
Couple of junk weapons from the other chest. I'll see if I can kill this tree ant and check the third chest. Oh, I tried to sneak past, wasn't able to. Thought I might be able to get past the orbs before they came out. Or just as they came out.
You need healing.
Expanded shield from the
My
ammo
bullets
shop.
aren't
Locked
magic, but they
transfusion.
are cheap.
No, expanded shield from the health shop.
Someone new. Let's play tag.
Don't know if it's worth killing the fairies. They don't seem to drop anything that's any good. Let my shields recharge here. Oh, got me. Some of those orbs got me. Shadow class. Shadow ninja class mod, so it's called. Yeah. Get a bit more ammo here. See if we can get a class mod out of this. Just some guns there.
Let's play tag.
Nothing out of that first tree ant. Second one. Nothing interesting there. I'll try this pixie even though never get anything good out of it. Heavy gunner class mod. Not much room to dodge here. Use the grenade. Tree ant spawned a little bit closer than it has been. Usually it's been spawning way at the back there. Try to just jump past these ones.
Impressive.
Anyway, and launcher and a Dahl sniper from the tree ant. Check the red chest. Couple green guns from the red chest. The other chest. Pistols again. We got pistols from that chest last time too. This guy doesn't drop anything. Tenacity relic and then Allegiance relic from that chest. Or that mimic, I guess. Not a chest. Alright, so we weren't successful in getting a B shield this time. I do have a bit of... I got a ton of iridium, so I might just jump back to Sanctuary and spend that. That's probably would be a good idea. Check these shops
Welcome
first.
to Cleric Zed's Health
Last
Emporium.
mod we
But the
can't
humble
use
merchant, and these
rubberized
are my
slag
wares.
transfusion. I wanted a good slag transfusion, but not a rubberized one. This might be the last upgrade actually. This is not the right way. There it is.
Excuse me, everybody. Buy something or get out of my face! Maybe that helps you kill stuff.
Alright, that's it. We've got all the upgrades.
You know where to find me.
So that's it, yeah, everything's purchased.
Come back now. I get a little lonely.
So we did get a B shield upgrade, but not ideal. It has a 7.2 second delay. So maybe next time we'll continue farming for an OP6 B shield with a better delay than this one. So we made a bit of progress. We found a few B shields, but nothing quite what we are looking for. So we'll leave it there. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you next time.